What is up, guys? This is Punchlines with Shane McMurdo. I'm your host. I'm super excited for today's interview. One of the best divisions in boxing is 140, and I have one of the best fighters in that division. Before I get to him, I'm gotta give a shout out to my sponsors. It's summer. I'm going to Vegas this weekend. I got a show going, and I got some honeys I got to talk to, and I got to get prepped. And I'm going to be doing it with Manscaped. All right, shave your balls, shave your nose, shave your face. Get the new weed whacker for the nose. All right. They got body wash, they got deodorant, everything to get you taken care of to make sure you're the most manly you can be. And I'm going to hook you guys up with the 20% off discount and no shipping and handling. That's code knockout20. Also, I have a busy life. My 9 years in the military made me a huge caffeine addict. And now I'm a full-time college student and I got to wake up at 4 a.m. every day for work at Lowe's. So how do I stay fueled? With Chimera coffee, the coffee infused with nootropics. Nootropics are those mental supplements, those pills that Joe Rogan be pushing are full of. Boosts athletic performance, keeps you focused. That's why UFC fighters use it, and now boxers, thanks to their involvement with me in the podcast that I can hook fighters up with. Go ahead and use code PUNCH15 to get 15% off. And last and certainly not least, if you're in training camp, if you're a bodybuilder, if you're trying to get healthier, or if you're already healthy and you want to take your cooking game to the next level, use Feast Mode flavors. I just got their new flavor in the mail. Sweet citrus dill, excuse me. I put it on my salmon the other night and it was phenomenal. They're going to give you guys 10% off with code PUNCH10. Go ahead and check them out on Instagram at Feast Mode Flavors. And then their website is feastmodeflavors.com. They got everything from savory to sweet flavors, as well as oatmeal and marinades and sauces for anything you're cooking. If you're barbecuing this summer, and it's sugar-free, low sodium, no MSG. Go ahead and check them out, and don't forget to use that code for your discount. Now, the fighter I have on today should not need any introduction. He is one of the absolute best fighters at 140. He's very heralded by fighters. Terrence Crawford swears by him. Regis Prograis sworn by him. My boy Michael Fox, many others. Shushu, everybody. And he was just in a fight a little bit over 2 weeks ago that's already an early candidate for Fight of the Year. It was absolutely fucking amazing. He is the Bossman, Kenneth Sims Jr. Thank you so much for coming on, bro. How are you doing today?
No problem. Thank you for having me. I'm good.
I see the swelling went down above your eye after the fight.
Yeah, it's pretty much gone now. It's just a little black eye, but it's healed all the way up. I'm good.
Man, how that fight for everybody watching was fantastic. My friend, who we always talk during the fights, he's like, dude, this is one of the best fights I've ever fucking seen.
Yeah.
Even Farhad during the fight was like, I love this fight. It was incredible. I even made a post thanking you guys for it, because boxing needs fights like that. And you guys were two top names who signed on the dotted line. And that guy, Akhmedov, he was a guy, a lot of people thought he beat the champion in the fight before that.
Yeah, I thought he did.
So did I as well. I'm a little biased, though, because I'm friends with Joel Diaz, but I still think he won. A lot of people also thought he beat Mario Barrios. Those are his only two losses now. Well, yes. Before you. And he's a volume. They say the best way to fight a boxer is volume and pressure. And that's what he brought to you. And you kind of just dug in and didn't necessarily fight his fight. You fought your fight in his fight, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Were you expecting that? Were you expecting him, the pressure to at least get to you? Well, not get to you in terms of, but for him to bring that type of pressure the whole fight?
Yeah, that's what I expected. Like in camp, we knew. So everybody been asking me this, like in the middle rounds. They thought I was like kind of tired or whatever. But me, like studying him and his fights, I could tell like he starts kind of slow. And then he pick it up like 5, 6, 7, and a little bit of 8. And then I knew round 9, he was going to come out hard and slow down. Like 9, 10, he kind of take a break. So that's why I picked it up in 9 to 10. Like everybody thought I was tired. I wasn't really tired. I was a little annoyed in the middle rounds just because he was pressing. Like there wasn't no power on his shots for real. But I expected him to just come forward, because that's the only thing he could do with me. He couldn't box with me. He couldn't fight me outside. He couldn't fight me in the mid range. So he had to just come try to get me. So that we was prepared for that, because that's all I knew he could do with me.
And that fight too, when it went to the scorecards, I was like, man, I feel like Kenny won, but I don't know. It was so close. and you're a guy, you have not had an easy road in your
Nah,
career. You have two defeats as well, to good fighters. You know, Samuel Tia is a good fighter, and then I mean Shania, he beat another fighter who's very similar to yourself in
yeah,
Shock. Yeah. So you, and a lot of people that you won that fight too. I got to throw that out there. But when it went to the scorecards, was there any like worry? Because I
uh,
mean, this is boxing, bro. You know.
I really thought I had won, and like, so I trust Coach K and my dad to tell me the truth at all times. So as soon as I got back to the corner after the fight, they was like, "I think we got it." So once they tell me that, I'm like, "We got it, we good." Because of course I'm in there, and I'm thinking I'm winning, but I don't really see it from the outside. But once they tell me they think we got it, then I'm good. Because I know if they think we don't got it or I lost, they gonna tell me right there.
Right. And I'm glad you brought up Coach K. He's one of my favorite coaches, and I really hope he gets a lot of respect from the hardcore boxing fans. People who know boxing know Coach K and they respect him a lot. But I'm really hoping his name starts to get brought up more and more as one of the best trainers, because I really think he is. And it just look at your guys. I think it's because you guys are young. Like it's got you,
Yeah,
Shu, fucking Troy, a lot of you guys.
yeah.
And but I think Coach K is a fantastic coach.
Oh yeah,
And
he is. It's just it'll come. Everybody else notice it. I mean, people notice it. They just a lot of people they don't like something new really. So
yeah, like no disrespect to either of these guys, but like like guys like Eddie Reynoso and Coach Calvin, they get thrown up there, but they only have like one big name fighter, two big name fighters. You know what I'm saying? They don't have
yeah,
whole stables, at least not yet.
yeah. That's what I
Um,
like with Coach K. We all like me. Maybe I'm at the highest point right now that he got right now. Still like he still got right now because it's I guess me and probably FA right now.
yeah,
So, but
I
a lot
still,
of the young guys like Shushu and Troy, they gonna move fast, and then I
yeah,
think once they see like he brung them from the beginning, from their pro debuts, then everybody start probably give him his flowers.
yeah. I think Shushu's like 2 years away from a title shot anyway.
Yeah,
If
that's my
that,
little brother. I was just in camp with him. He was in camp with me my last.
yeah,
Well, he was in camp with me in the beginning. Then he fought and he took like a week off. Then he finished up the camp with me.
yeah. I love Shushu. Actually, the Dodgers hat he has, the Brooklyn Dodgers hat he has with the bridge on the side and it says Forever Ike. I had my old manager make that for him down in Vegas. I worked at Lids down there when I got out of the
Okay.
Navy. Yeah, and he actually fought my friend, beat the hell out my friend, fucking Brody Chambers. But
Oh, his last fight.
yeah, it was tough to watch because I'm cool with both of them. But I'm glad Brody got a big TV shot at least. But
Yeah.
uh, also too, I forgot to mention in your introduction, but you're one of the best switch hitters in boxing. Which, if you guys don't know what that is, it's when a person can fight left-handed and right-handed, which is not easy to do. It's not just the way you throw the punches, but the way you defend the punches as well.
Yeah.
Like the slips or backwards. Have you always been a switch hitter, or did that come later on?
Nah, that's since maybe I was 12, 13 years old. Maybe before that, actually. Yeah, probably like 10, 11.
Now, do you do multiple things with like each hand, or are
Nah,
you
just boxing.
just
Boxing only thing.
boxing?
Yeah. I've tried just because I knew how good I was switching with boxing. So I've like I try to write with my left hand sometimes. Like I can make it. It'll be legible, but I ain't really like just fluent
Yeah,
with just doing stuff with my left hand.
yeah, man. But you're fucking good at it, man. And it's like a new trend that people are starting to try to do too. But it's at the pro level. If you've never done it before, that's just dangerous. But
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, a lot of people try it now. Some
yeah,
people like a lot of people they'll try it, but they can't like stay in the position. They got to do it real quick and then switch back out in a couple seconds.
yeah. And then, like I said, the easiest way you can tell if they're like really good at it or not is if they can slip punches the same way.
Mm-hmm.
If that's the hardest part, at least it was for
Yeah,
me. And man, your division too, it's really on fire right now, but it's pretty spread out because you got four champions across different platforms, and like as a guy who's been through the hard road like you have, do you do you feel a certain type of way when you see guys like Rolly get a title shot, or even Tio? A lot of people don't think he won his last fight.
No, I don't feel the type of way just because, just me. I always look at it as everybody got a road, they got to travel. Like, this don't even got nothing to do with boxing. So I just feel like everybody got their road, they got to travel. Everybody got their journey, they got to go on. And I don't really compare myself to other people because I feel like in every profession, every job, everything, it's all about the people you know and people you connected with. So me getting into boxing really was like, I guess you could call this part like this the second half of my career, right?
Right.
So that like that first half, I ain't know nobody. I ain't know what I was doing. My dad wasn't deep in the professional boxing game. So I was learning on the job. I was learning as I go. So now this second half, I'm more like I was real quiet. I ain't really question nothing in the beginning. Now I'm more hands-on. Anything I want to know the ins and outs of anything that's going on with me. So I just felt like me having to actually earn it, getting there is part of me learning. So I'm glad that I had to go through what I went through. So nah, I don't really pay attention too much. Like I know Rolly, he got like he said, he know himself at the press conference and everything. He was like, yeah, I get special privileges.
Yeah.
He didn't deserve a title shot. But like
Right.
he know that. He literally said it out of his mouth. He gets special privileges. So
Yeah. Speaking of Rolly, I posted today the news that he's being ordered to defend against O'Hara Davies.
I don't think
And
he's gonna fight him.
well, he tweeted out yesterday, done deal with the check mark, and everybody think he's talking about Ryan.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he's gonna tweet that if he has to fight Davies.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna fight Davies.
No. Do you think they're gonna pay him step aside, or do you think he's just gonna vacate?
I don't know. You never know now. It's especially with the Ryan type of thing, because Ryan, he ain't never been a world champion, but they treat him like world champion. So
Yeah,
might not care about the belt.
yeah, and they obviously don't care if you're coming off a loss at a different weight class either.
Yeah.
But if they mandate it for Davies, do you think, because England plays some bullshit too, they might give him some domestic guy over there, but you should be launched up now because
That's why I'm waiting to see these new rankings since I beat Akhmedov, because he was number 3. Barroso was number 1. He lost. So, and I ain't really understand. I felt like Barroso didn't even deserve to be number 1 in the first place, but the dude I beat knocked him out already.
Yeah, early too. Or no, like the 7th.
Now you're not in 9. It was 9.
It was 9.
He
Yeah.
stopped on a body shot. Yep.
Yeah, that guy, he's been knocked out. That's why I thought Rolly was going to knock him out early.
Yeah,
Because
Anthony Crolla knocked him out with a body shot too.
and Krolla don't have power.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, yeah, he's going to get him there. But I don't know. Rolly didn't. Rolly, I love Rolly because he's from a few blocks away from where I lived in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
But
he looked. What I say is
gun shy.
That's his word for word. Exactly what I was about to say.
Yeah,
like it's awkward. The awkwardness that he had, it works when he's aggressive. Now he's trying to box it. Looked like he was a little kind of scared to get hit. That awkward don't really work when you're trying to do technical stuff.
He was leaping back out of the way of the shots, but he wasn't in a position to throw, and he kept getting hit by the same combo. It was the one and then the straight left to the body.
Yeah, the awkward stuff works when you like being aggressive and people can't like really prepare for it because you coming at them and doing crazy shit. But when you like backing up and trying to box, really, I don't really think that awkward stuff works. So I guess if he get back to being aggressive, but then again, you don't know how his chin is holding up. So
because he got dropped again. He got dropped again, and he got dropped by Jahan.
Yeah, I seen that.
With headgear on. With headgear on and like 16s too.
Yeah, so I don't know.
I mean, no disrespect to
Rolly,
I
think the gimmick, the Rolly gimmick, maybe that's why they're trying to get a big fight before that gimmick is completely up.
Yeah. I hope he can get
really. I don't think he's a bad person.
No,
but I think as far as boxing, he ain't really.
I don't think he's a champion, especially at 140 like level
Yeah,
type fighter yet. You know, and I don't know if he's gonna be because Bullet reinforces all those bad habits. Because Bullet
I
tells
know.
him everything he
I've
does
been in
right.
the gym. I've been in the gym with Bullet before. I know.
Yeah, my one of my best friends, Joey Barrero, Tito's nephew, Tito Trinidad, he used to spar him all the time. And he's like, yeah, like we would hurt each other, but as soon as Rolly gets hurt, Bullet stops shit. So I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I sparred with some of his other fighters in December before my fight. So I just hear stuff he was saying while I was sparring. I was just like, I talk a little trash while I'm sparring too. So I said something to him like, man, that's terrible advice.
Yeah. I mean, probably was, man. Like, I don't
Nah, it was.
yeah, I don't want to talk shit, but I mean, I gotta call it the way I see it. Um, but yeah, it's a wild division too, especially you do have some other good guys in your weight class.
There's a lot of good guys.
Antoine,
Mhm.
Another guy you fought, and a lot of people thought you should beat, Montana Love. He's over on the DAZN side. He's fighting Hitchens, and
Yeah.
I'm on record multiple times saying I think Hitchens is going to put it on him.
Yeah, it's a good fight. I think that's a good fight. I'm gonna just say that. That's a good fight.
And my boy Michael Fox, I was talking to him about it. That's when he told me he's like I'm telling you right now, the two best pure boxers in that division are Hitch and Kenny. I was like, but I cannot argue that. So like the Akhmedov fight was a big coming out party because that's a good guy. That's a good guy to beat, and it was a great
a lot of
fight.
people. I guess I just got trolled like an hour ago on Twitter. I guess people like that don't really keep up with boxing. They just tweeted me something about you just had a tough fight with a guy that got 9 wins. And I was just like, in my head, I'm like, y'all don't know what y'all talk about.
Yeah, no, they don't know shit. How many wins does David Morrell have? But they want him to fight Benavidez.
Yeah, I'm like, y'all don't know what y'all talk about.
No.
I'm just
yeah, I deal with it all the time because I'm a big Boots fan as well. And I have people tell me all the time that Roach is better than Boots. I'm like, you're out of your fucking mind. Like,
ooh, Alexis?
Yeah.
Rocha?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, like he's good, don't get me wrong, but like every guy he's beat, like his best win is Blair Cobbs, and Blair Cobbs didn't even have a contract for that fight until the day of.
Yeah,
like,
that's crazy.
You can't tell me he's better than Boots at all. Like I know
Boots
has
no way. I don't think that's close.
No.
I feel like at welterweight right now it's Terrence and Earl on like stratosphere by themselves. And then Boots, and they would say Virgil up there, but I think those are top 4 at welterweight, and I don't think Alexis up there yet with them.
No, he hasn't beaten anybody or like shown his, like, I don't know. I don't want to shit on the guy, but like I said,
nah, he can fight. He getting better. I see him getting better.
Very much so.
Pretty much every fight I see him getting better, but I don't think he's ready for that level.
And then who knows what the fuck Keith Thurman's doing.
Yeah, I'll be forgetting about Keith Thurman now. So
last time that dude fought, I weighed 230 pounds. Yeah, I'm 162 now. So
yeah, I'll be forgetting about Keith Thurman. I don't really know what he got going on, but
I don't know, man. He's fun to watch though. He's never been in a boring fight. So
yeah, I like watching Keith Thurman fight. But
and then you got obviously Ryan coming up to 140. Brandon Lee, they were pushing hard, but I feel like he's run out a lot of steam. And
I say they might have slowed him down just to kind of try to iron out some of them kinks that they were seeing when they like stepped him up too fast. So I don't think they really lost steam. I think they just purposefully like slowed him down a little bit.
Yeah, well, he's pushing 30. He's got more fights than you do.
And
I don't think you guys are on the same level. He is young, but I don't think you guys are on the same level though.
No, I don't either, but he young. So I think they just taking their time with him.
Now, have you had any talks about who your next opponent is at all?
Nah, they was just because I guess obviously it was an eliminator. So I called them the Tuesday when I got home and asking them like, is we gonna get that fight with Rolly? Because I want the belt. Like, so that was the only conversation I had. I haven't had a conversation since I heard today that they ordered the fight with Davies, but no, I haven't. Nothing besides that, trying to get that title fight.
What about would you take a regular against Gary if he beats Cruz on the 24th?
Uh, I don't know. I gotta see what they talk about because I don't really want a regular. I just want to go get the real thing.
Yeah, and a lot of people, man, like I'm saying, they think you're primed for a title shot, you know.
Yeah, so I just want to go get the real thing because I just felt like if I beat Akhmedov, he had 2 chances already. So then they told me he was eliminated. He was number 3. Barroso was number 1. He lost, so obviously he got to get moved down. So if I beat the number 3, then I should be in the top 3.
Right. Yeah, and then it would be you, Davies possibly, and then
Yeah.
I don't even know who else, honestly.
Yeah, so we just got to see what Rolly do with that title because I don't care about fighting Rolly. I just want to fight for the title. If Rolly vacate the title, Davies, I fight Davies.
Would you
No
fight him in
problem.
England? Would you go
Yeah.
to England? Fuck
Yep.
it.
Yep.
Do what Arrow did?
Yeah. And Bernardo, he trained with us. He just
Hey, shout
went
out to
over there.
Bernardo.
He went over there to Ireland. And then he went with the Warrington fight too. So
Yeah, and dude, he beat the shit out of Conlon, bro.
yeah, I
I don't.
sparred with him. I sparred with him the last 2 weeks before my fight.
Yeah,
He was working with he was in camp with us for this fight. He was working with Shushu. He was working with DJ Zamora.
yeah.
He was working with all of us, really.
Do you think his pressure helped prepare you for Akhmedov? Because he brings
Oh
a lot
yeah.
of it too.
Yeah, for sure. We did one day we did 12 rounds straight, me and him.
Jesus, god damn, to
That's
prepare
me
for a
and him.
fight.
Did 12 4-minute rounds.
Holy shit, dude. That's a basketball game.
I was saying, me and Kay was like, we like that work for that fight because he not southpaw, but he gonna press, and then he does a lot of stuff I made him not gonna do. Like he gonna throw punches from all different kind of crazy angles. So it was good work.
Madoff does a lot of looping shots too. I mean, even
Yeah, but he do it like he throw the looping shots, but he gonna be right in front of me.
Yeah, he's got that European style too.
Bernardo, he gonna throw the looping shots and then like do a crazy ass step around or jump around and to get a different angle. So it was that helped me. And Bernardo, I ain't gonna lie. One day I let him hit me to the body all 12 rounds just to see if, because I know Akhmedov like to go to the body to see if it'd tire me out, and I was still good after 12 rounds. So, because I know Akhmedov was gonna come, that was gonna be the plan, attack my body.
Didn't you
So
spar Mendoza as well?
Yeah, I sparred Brian. I was sparring Brian a lot last year.
Yeah, that's insane because he's 2 weight classes above you.
Yeah, me and Brian, we used to spar a lot last year.
What's his power like?
Vegas, I spar with probably all the way up to like 168 sometimes.
God damn.
There's one guy, what's his name? I can't think of his name, but he was training with Ben Davison. I don't know if he still is, but he was when Josh Taylor was there. He fought 168. I was sparring with him doing like 10 rounds, 8 rounds straight.
He a British dude?
Yeah. Yeah, I can't think of his name. He got a couple fights. He was on the they national team and stuff, but
that's insane though, because that's a what, 4 weight classes above you, 5 weight classes?
Yeah, I spar with Jesus Ramos.
Yeah,
that's Ramos for.
I'm really cool with his uncle Abel.
I started I started this camp, the Akhmedov camp in Arizona with them.
Oh, over in Casa Grande?
Yeah, because we work with Jamie Belt. We all work with Jamie, so.
Yeah, Troy was over there too. I saw that.
Yeah, Troy was over there.
I had no idea Troy was that fucking big, dude. I saw him post.
Troy like a robot.
I saw him post that picture with Laura, and I was like, bro, y'all are in the same weight class.
Troy a robot. Even when he like out of shape, he's still like ripped up.
He just brolicky as fuck.
Yeah. Like me, I get muscles 2 weeks before the fight.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, like I swear, if you look at my fights, I never got abs. I only got abs that way. I don't know why. I do hella sit-ups every day. I eat healthy the whole camp, but I have abs on weigh-in day, and that's it.
That might just be a genetic thing, because like a lot of fighters, like Regis, don't really have abs.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I mean. Like, I just be like, muscles don't win fights. It don't matter.
hell no. Hell, if they did, Rolly would Rolly would be undefeated, dog. A lot of
Hey,
these guys
muscles
would.
don't win fights. It don't matter.
Nah. Yeah, that's wild as shit, man. Um, just get into some other fights too, because I know you're cool with a lot of these guys. One of your boys, like we talked about earlier, Bud and Spence.
Mhm.
That's very similar to the fight you just had, except no disrespect, at a much higher level, because it's just the
Yeah,
way the level they operate on. And I keep going back and forth through it because Errol's work rate is he's
yeah.
got the
I'm cool with both of them. Bud like my brother though. Bud like I'm
yeah.
cooler with Bud, so I got a root for Bud.
Yeah, I can't root for that. I've seen Terrence fight live, so I like watching fighters that I've seen fight live before. It's like just a weird personal thing as a fan, but
Yeah,
I can't pick a winner at all because Errol's got unreal work rate. He's got the work rate of like a 126 pounder at
yeah. I know
welterweight,
he pick it up. It's as a fight go on, they go up too. So
but he's never fought anybody with footwork like Bud,
yeah,
but or
yeah. I think
distance management.
it's gonna be a test for both of them. I just think whoever like can like apply they game plan better because they could beat each other clearly. Like
Yeah,
they obviously the two best. It's just whoever does what they plan to do the best. Yeah, they're gonna win. Whoever executes they plan the best, you gonna win. So clearly they know that because they got the rematch clause. So
yeah, yeah. I mean, we all saw the rematch class coming anyway for a fight that big.
yeah.
Um, I am worried though because like an Arrow ain't fought since April of last year, and like
I mean, yeah, but we can't say that because that's how he get down. He said it. He said I don't do tune-up fights. So
no, he treat like his tune-up fight was Danny.
yeah, he said I don't do tune-up fights. So
And what about this fight coming up in your weight class between Tio and Josh? Josh ain't fought in a minute either, and a lot of
yeah,
people, neither one of them, I think, won their last fight.
I thought T up won.
It was
I actually
close, man.
it was close. It was close, but I thought T up won. And surprisingly, I don't think the Josh Taylor fight was rivalry because
It was too close.
Catterall didn't do nothing after he dropped him.
He dropped
Josh
him
Taylor,
twice, didn't he?
nah, he just dropped him once, I think, and then
Oh,
after he dropped him, Josh Taylor just outworked him. Catterall was just don't know.
yeah.
Like neither one of them was really doing nothing, but Josh Taylor was at least letting his hands go.
Right.
In the
It was
Tio fight, I think Sandor he needed to do a little bit more offensively
yeah,
to
he did the
win that.
Arislandy Lara thing. He was just moving out
Yeah,
the way. Um,
he'd throw a check hook every now and then, but I don't think he did enough to win that fight.
yeah, you got to throw your hands more if you're the B side. That's just the honesty of the sport.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Even going into the last fight, I was just like, all right, bro, they ain't really made no clear B side in this fight, but I'm the B side because he fought for the title twice, and I always look at it whatever side they got me on, blah blah blah. I don't care, but I look at it.
right. And uh outside of that fight too, you beat guys. You beat another top prospect. You beat Elvis. You were the first loss on his career, and I don't think you get enough credit for that fight. Like after you beat him, a lot of people wrote him off, and I'm like, nah, he's still very talented. Kenny's just
Yeah.
on a different level, man. And where was I going? I'm sorry. But yeah, you're from Chicago. Hard city to grow up in. Do you think coming from there, do you think that has provided a blueprint for like who you are as a fighter, like your mentality, your attitude, like knowing what you can make it through and everything?
Uh, mm, I don't know. I won't say that. I think that's more so of like the people that raised me. I won't say that's a thing of where I'm from because a lot of people that's from here don't really, even like the talented people, they'll fall by the wayside just because I guess it's the opposite, honestly, because they from here and they get caught up in a lot of bullshit. So, but I think my thing is the people that raised me and the people that supported me my entire life. They like instilled in me. For one, my dad, like, if I used to say when I was younger, if I say I can't do something, I get in trouble. So like him telling like instilling that in me when I'm fighting. I know like I never can like quit because I can't be in that ring and say I can't do it. Like I can't get in trouble now because I'm a grown, but in my head I get in trouble with myself if I say I can't do something.
Is that something that you think happens often now, or like is it just one of those things that barely ever happens?
What?
Like saying that you can't do something.
Oh no, I never say I can't do something.
Yeah. Does fear ever creep it? Like I'm sure it does. You're a fucking fighter, but does it ever creep into your head up coming up to a fight?
Nah, not fear. I might get nervous for like a day. At this point, I don't really. Like I told, I forgot who I told this, but that Elvis fight was the first fight where I was like, uh, I found out how to like get in my zone before a fight. Like I didn't even feel like I was fighting in the ring. Even the day before the fight, and it's been like this every fight since then. Even 2 weeks ago, I don't be feeling like I'm getting ready to fight. That like fight week, the day before, it's like I'm chilling. I'm locked in, but I'm chilling and I don't feel like I'm about to fight. Like I feel like I'm just floating.
What do you think was the turning point that made you really lock in like that in that Elvis fight?
I don't really know. I really can't even tell you. I think me, because that was the first camp where I had like a real professional camp. Like I told you at the beginning, it was just me and my dad. We learning on the job, but now that was the first fight where I had a nutritionist, I had strength conditioning, I had sparring with top-notch sparring. So I guess it's a thing of me knowing I'm completely prepared that's what helped me get to that field in my head. Just like I know ain't nothing else I could have did to get ready. So at that point, the nerves kind of go out the window because I'm 100% sure that I did everything I could possibly do to get ready for this fight.
And just trusting your talent because you got a lot
Yeah,
of it, man. You
yeah,
were a top amateur as well,
mhm, yeah.
and uh, your how many fights did you have as an amateur? Because I know you were number one at lightweight in the
Uh-huh.
U.S., weren't you?
Mm-hmm. I was like when I was a kid, I used to fight like every weekend, so I had like 200 or something.
Yeah,
I don't really
yeah.
remember. I don't remember the number exactly. I remember the number of losses I had exactly. I had 21 losses. I don't remember like just the number of fights.
That's still an absurd amount of fights, bro. Even
Yeah, I remember the losses because I remember how mad I was because I hate losing. So
the do you think amateur boxing needs like more financial support from people? Because it's in the US, it doesn't get it like it does over in England or these other countries like that.
I
And
swear I remember when I was on a USA team and we went to so the World Championships was in Kazakhstan, but we did our camp in Italy with a team, with the Italian team. We trained
right.
together, and they was like pulling up in like the cars they was pulling up in. You'd think they was professional athletes, like. And then they was telling us how much they was making just to be on the Italian team, how much bonus they get for medaling at tournaments, and we was like, "What? I see why y'all don't turn pro."
Yeah, no point.
Yeah, they was getting the bag. Then we walking down the street, and we see one of the dudes, his picture in like a store, like in the window and stuff. Like they got endorsements and everything, just being on the national team. So like it's different. Like for them, like amateur boxing it's a career.
Yeah, and it doesn't get the support it does here in the States, unfortunately. And I've had a few amateurs on. Like I've had two guys, both national champions, but two completely different like lifestyles. Like I've had Carmel on, who's obviously probably the most popular amateur in the US right
Yeah.
now. And then I've had another kid named Yassine. He's a Arrington out of Indiana. His dad's from Chicago actually, and he's a two-time champ. But because he doesn't have like that social media following, he doesn't get the same treatment. And these guys are having to pay and to they're basically losing money to fight as amateurs. You know, his dad
Yeah, I
is
know how it is. We used to. Me and my dad used to do that. So,
yeah.
but yeah, it's amateur boxing. Like a lot changed since I was an amateur. So I don't really. I try to keep up with all of it, but it's kind of hard. But I don't really know how that situation changes, because I guess that's up to the committee or whatever it is about the pay for the boxers. But I just know that, even the Ireland team, matter of fact, when we was in Kazakhstan, they was talking about how much they get monthly. It was something, I don't remember the number, it was something crazy. It was crazy in our eyes, because of what we was getting.
Right. Like, I feel like you got amateurs from the US, you guys don't get a lot, right? There's no way.
I don't know. I think it changed now. But back
With
when I was
social media and everything.
when I was on the team, they gave us, this would be crazy. They gave us $1,000 a month. Like regular, they gave us $1,000 a month, and then they picked, like, I think it was 5 of us to like do a residency program, and they gave us an extra $500. So if you was on a residency program, you got $1,500 a month. If you was just on the USA team, you got $1,000 a month, which is nothing.
Yeah, as a kid, it sounds like a lot, though. I bet.
Yeah, it's just nothing. I was 19 or 20, so I was cool. But me looking back on it, it was people that's really like adults on the team. So I knew that for them, that the adults were kids. So I knew for them that wasn't really, me thinking back on it now. I'm like, yeah, that wasn't really for me as a 19-year-old. I was good.
Right. That's like Cuba. That's grown ass men fighting teenagers, bro. Like that.
Yeah.
Like before they like, I had Rancis on Bartholomew, and he was talking about when he defected to Florida from Cuba, he entered this state tournament in Florida, and they weren't going to let him fight because he didn't have enough fights on his USA books. And he's like, bro, I fought for Cuba. So he got a waiver to get in, and then just beat the shit out of everybody in the tournament.
I seen I look at BoxRec a lot. So I seen he was he fought at a national tournament. He lost to Shamil Pagan. Whatever national tournament that was, he went to that one time.
Who Shamil Pagan? I'm not familiar with him.
He's from New York.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Is he a pro now?
I think he turned pro, but he's not boxing. He's not fighting no more.
No. Switching back to professional boxing, talking about a sport that's changing. I think if you go all the way back to December when Frank and when he fought Rivera.
Yeah, I was on that card.
Yeah. That's a fight. You don't see a lot of those fights happen in boxing. You see it in MMA all the time, but you don't see it in boxing, where these two undefeated guys who are climbing the ranks and both have good followings fight each other. And fast forward to all the way to July 29th, we've had, this is the best year in boxing, I think, in almost 2 decades, probably, if not more. You know, from Benavidez Plant, Tank Ryan.
Yeah, the big fights, they've been happening. So I think that's gonna help bring more eyes to the sport.
Well, these toxic ass boxing fans, bro, aren't shitting on fighters after every single loss all the time.
Yeah.
Like you just had to hear it from the guy today telling you just beat a guy with 9 wins. That's it.
It's just people that don't really be knowing what they're talking about.
I feel, or people just make shit up.
The internet gave everybody the option to feel like they know they somebody and they know what they talking about when they really don't.
It makes no sense to me, because if their favorite fighter is fighting, they'll call the opponent a bum, they'll call him trash, and then after the fight, they'll brag about it. It's like, what are you bragging about, though? You just said you beat a nobody. Like, you can't brag.
I always think, I never understand when a person, unless you like somebody like Tank or somebody that's like pound for pound, then I don't really get how you just like the lead up to the fight, you calling somebody a bum, or like calling the person you fighting trash. Like, that ain't helping you. That ain't gonna help people tune into the fight.
Right. No, you're not. That's not selling a fight. Like, hey, I'm fighting a piece of shit that I'm gonna kill. You should watch it. It's gonna be worth your
like the Tank and Rolly thing, that was different because you could tell that they don't like each other.
Yeah, and Rolly was
he calling him trash because he don't like him. He do think he trash, but still he don't like him. So you expect some bullshit, some shit talking.
Yeah, Rolly talks shit about everybody. Did you see what he said about Devin a few days ago?
Nah, I ain't really seen nothing lately.
Somebody asked him if he liked Devin Haney. He's like, no, that's the ugliest fucking dude. Don't ever invite Devin Haney to do coke with you. He'll fuck around and OD in one snore. I'm like, oh my God.
Stupid shit. I did see that.
His shit talking is like, it's not great, but it's funny because he just says some
It's
off the
funny
wall
because
shit.
you never know what he about to say.
Never, never. Who do you think's the best shit?
He was pretty subdued at the last fight, though.
Yeah, yeah. I
Even
think
at the
if you,
press conference, people were saying like, "Huh, what's up with Rolly? He kind of chill."
yeah, he's boring. But like, what are you gonna say about Barroso? Because look, imagine if he talked all that shit about Barroso and then Barroso
And
went
then
out there and put it on
yeah.
him.
Which they said he did. I ain't watched it yet. I watched the highlights, but I ain't watched the fight.
Yeah, he was down on every card going into that round where that stoppage got called. And it was a terrible stoppage. It wasn't the worst
I
stoppage I've
seen
seen.
that. I seen the stoppage. It was terrible.
Yeah, it was bad. And
He didn't land not one of those punches.
no.
He landed two pushes to the shoulder, but that was it.
Yeah, and he got more flack for it than Tony Weeks, I think. And that's on Tony. That's not on Rolly.
Oh yeah, it's not Rolly's fault. Hey,
It's a black eye on the sport. It sucks. And then so does judges. I'm tired. Everybody's saying that Loma Haney fight was the biggest robbery in boxing. And it's like,
it was a
no.
close fight. I
Yeah, it was
tweeted
close as
that
fuck.
pretty much. I guess in the beginning, you could say like some of the early rounds, Devin had maybe a round or two that he clearly won. And then at the end, Loma had 10-11. He clearly won. Every other round was close.
Yeah, the fact that one judge though Moretti scored round 10 for Devin though, that's the only thing that I was like, I don't agree with
Oh
that at
yeah,
all.
that's crazy.
But it's one round.
That's the round Devin he clearly lost that round.
Yeah, he's talking about moving up to 140 as well. Like he's already asked
Yeah,
for fights with Regis.
Yeah, that's my boy. I sparred Devin. Me and Devin spar
recently too, right?
Yeah, when he fought Kambosos.
The second fight or the first fight or both?
Both.
Yeah, that was. And then everybody shit on Kambosos. Like, yo, Kambosos beat Tio and dropped Tio, and Devin arguably won.
Yeah, he won.
22 of the 24 rounds they fought. You know, the most pointless rematch I think I've seen in recent memory.
Yeah, I was pissed that they had to do a rematch. I wanted to see Devin fight somebody else because I knew his time at 35 was not. It's short. So I wanted to see him like fight one of the other guys. Yeah, but it still ended up happening with Loma. But I just felt like that rematch was just prolonging shit for no reason. It was gonna happen in the rematch. It was no point.
Hey, do you think he gets too much shit for his lack of power that people like to throw at him?
Yeah, because he winning. That's all that matters.
Right. Do you think he can beat Shakur though?
I don't know. Nah, I ain't gonna say all that. I think I'm cool. I'm cool with both of them. Like so, I'm like super cool with both of them. So
yeah, I actually I had a huge promo plan. I met with Shakur's cousin and his camp manager Shahad. I had a huge promo plan for Manscaped, and I pitched it to the VP of Manscaped, and they ended up turning it down. But I root for sure. And I was stationed in New Jersey when he turned pro, so I was out there when he turned pro. So yeah, I love all three of those guys: Shakur, Devin, Tank. Like I'm a fan. I'm not.
Yeah, I knew Shakur and Devin since they was like 14.
Oh, for real?
When I was on a men's USA team, they was on the junior USA team.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's all three of those fights. It's like splitting hairs, man. Like they all can beat each other.
That's a good. That three. And they could do like a round robin with them. It'd be crazy.
Last question I got for you, bro, before I get out of here. All right. Rank these three switch hitters, bro. Bud, Boots, Bossman.
I mean, I can never put myself behind nobody. So it's gonna be me. And then so Bud, I feel like Bud just fight right-handed till he get comfortable, then he switch southpaw. He don't never switch again.
Yeah. Well, I think I was at that Postal fight, and I'm pretty sure he fought Postal southpaw the entire time.
Yeah. Most of his fights, he fights southpaw the whole time.
Yeah.
I think, what's his name? Delorme is the one fight he didn't switch southpaw at all.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd have to go back and watch it. That fight was so damn long ago.
I only know that because me and him was talking about it. He said he stayed right-handed the whole fight, and I looked at it. He ain't switched southpaw at all.
You're smooth with the switches too. I think you're a little smoother at it than Boots. Boots just has unreal power when he switches.
Boots is athletic freak for real. Like he remind me of Roy Jones, kind of just athleticism wise.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, I know Roy's a
Like me,
legend.
my stuff is more like I'm good with it because
It's
I'm
surgical.
technical. Yeah, I'm technical with it. Boots good with it because he like super explosive and he explosive on both sides.
Yeah. Yeah. No, even the way you were switching against Akhmedov, made it even more impressive because Akhmedov doesn't give you a lot of room with his pressure. To find the timing to switch and do it as smoothly as you did and be effective,
Yeah.
super fucking impressive, dog. I
Thank you.
wish.
Thank you.
But yeah, man. Is there anything you want to put out before I let you go, man, so I can get you back to your family?
Nah, that's pretty much it. Just follow me on Instagram, Twitter, it's Kenneth Sims Jr. Everything is Kenneth Sims Jr. Website, KennethSimsJr.com. And I'm just ready to get this title. So I'm just working and get back to work soon. Just it.
Yeah, your time's coming very soon, bro. Do you hope to have at least another fight before the end of the year?
Yeah, definitely. Just at least one more, at the least.
And then do you have any merch coming out? A lot of people a lot of
Uh,
boxers are coming out with shirts and stuff.
yeah, we getting it together, but like you can purchase stuff on my website. It's www.kennethsimsjr.com.
All right, for sure. And then if you're looking at the bottom of the screen, you'll see that link. You'll see his Instagram and Twitter. Give him a follow. I'm not bullshitting. He's one of the best fighters in the world, definitely at 140. And that's a weight class that's heating up. So you're not going to be fighting nobodies, man. You're going to be fighting some big names. And I'm
Yeah.
excited to see it, man.
Thank
And
you. Thank you.
thank you so much for coming on. Guys, thank you for joining. I hope you liked the interview. Please be sure to give him a follow. And that's it for Punchlines this week. Thank you so much.